Hello and welcome back to Rawslowgaming and our Let's Play series here in Football Manager 2019 with a Bath City Football Club, where we're trying to take them to the top of the Premier League, slowly but surely. We are 3 seasons in and our first season here in Värnamo National League are closing in to the end, and we are having a pretty darn bad season. We're at 20th place, and Wellston, who we're up against next year in the next match at home, is the other team from Värnamo National League South that got promoted with us, but they are 8th in the league, so definitely a big difference there. And we definitely in the beginning of the season at least had better odds to do it better than they did, so I'm not too sure what have happened along the way, but it's the way it is, I guess. We'll just hope that we can string in a couple of good results here so we can steer clear from the relegation zone. If not, it will be very hard to attract the players that we need to compete properly here in Värnamo National League, I'd say. We are going to struggle very much until we get up to Skybet League 2. Once we do that, then finally our board will make our team professional, and that will change a lot of things for us. But for now, it is the way it is. But anyway, if you do enjoy the content here while we move forward toward the match day, remember to smash that like button. It really means a lot, and the best way for me to see that you actually like the content, and it's actually also very important on YouTube to engage with the comment. So also, or not with the comment, with the content. So if you do have a comment or thought or anything, do leave a comment in the comment section, and I'll read everything, of course, and the most informative and positive comment will get pinned, just so you know. And if you haven't done so yet, hit that subscribe button also, and while you're at it, you can hit that small notification bell as well, so you're sure to not miss out on any of the new content that we bring to you here daily at Rawslowgaming. So we get some pre-match tactical advice here from our worthless assistant manager Jim Rollo, so we'll add these team instructions to add as suggested. And according to the bookmakers, we are definitely underdogs here against Wellston, but not as bad as we have been in a few other matches. And yeah, I certainly agree with Jim Roller there that this is a must-win match. And the match after against Hartlepool, we can't definitely afford to lose against Hartlepool, and definitely wouldn't hurt to win the match against Wellston that has unfortunately been postponed. But first, let's go through the scouting meeting here and see if we have any potential to find anything. And no, not really the case. So it has been postponed to after the match against Hartlepool. So then we'll go against Hartlepool first. And training last week was pretty decent, with an average rating of 7.34, so that's pretty nice. And we did praise quite a few players quite recently here, so we'll not do that just yet. And we will criticize Hutton here if we can, but we can't do that, so we will not do that then, since we can't. Not harder than that, really. And we'll not allow any players for the under 18s, because we'll let them play in the under 23s, the senior players that need match sharpness, that need match sharpness, that are lacking that, will play in the under 23 for 60 minutes per match until they are match fit. So news forward here towards the match against Hartlepool, which is definitely a must game, as said, and I think we'll not do any real lineup changes or tactic changes or anything like that. We have switched to a very defensive mentality, and that certainly seems to have worked. We have been stronger, I'd say, in our matches that we have played, just not getting the result with us really. So I hope we can do a strong match here against Hartlepool as well. So we'll get a monthly financial report and a few other monthly reports here as well, I guess, before this match against Hartlepool. So we get some pre-match tactical advice here, and nothing really to note there. I think we have our way to play. And we should check the news there, or social news. It was maybe. Was it social news? I saw something about Bath City. So let's see if I can find that. Here we go. Supposedly we want to loan this player. I don't really think we want to do that though. So our financial stats for last month, we made a profit of 12k, so decent. And here we are super underdogs according to the bookmakers. And our tactic is even lower, 24%, and matches 46%, but overall they are actually still pleased with our performance with 56%, and we are still pretty secure with our job. And we have some play form interaction that we should do here, so we'll do that. Praise Adelaide and criticize Genovese. So we'll definitely need to win this match also, or not also, but we need to win this match. Definitely draw at least. Draw would be alright, but we can't afford to lose this match. That's really the case, how it is. And yeah, so we'll go to the match here and we'll see if we can manage to get at least a draw here. So as usual, this first highlight not really being a highlight. Yeah, that highlight gone here, and we do have a highlight here in the second minute. Burnt with the throw-in to Adelaide to Markanday. Back to Markanday, and it's a bad pass by Markanday, and it's a chance for a counter-attack here for Hartlepool, but Merch claiming the ball there, all the way back to our keeper, passes it out to left hand back, and it's up to Adelaide versus the keeper, and it's a goal here for Bath City in the second minute, making it 1-0 for Bath City versus Hartlepool, and this is definitely the start we would have a light here, switching how it has been the last two games with an early goal against us. This is definitely better here, and we'll scroll down here so we can see the league table as we play. So free kick here from Hartlepool, header, and the goalkeeper saved that. Very important. highlight here in the 25th minute. Hartlepool with a goal kick. It's only to our defenders, to Gray here on the left hand side, and puts it up towards Adloy. Adloy gets the loose ball and didn't manage to get a shot off there for some reason. But it's back to Tavares, to Brunt, to Markanday here on the right hand side, putting the ball forward and crosses it all the way over to Gray here on the left hand side, and the cross comes into Adloy and it's not a goal, and we get 3, 4, 5 chances, and somehow it flipped all around in the penalty box there, and we didn't manage to get that ball in. So a little bit unhappy about that we didn't manage to have that ball in the goal, but so far definitely closer to 2-0 than equalizer here. So we do have a highlight here going on in the 39th minute. The ball currently with the keeper of Hartlepool all the way back to our defense, Genovese to Gray, and once again Adloy versus the keeper. Can he score? No, unfortunately the keeper saves there. Brunt here once again with a throw-in on a highlight, back to Stewart, to Brunt here, to Markanday on the right hand side, and Brunt crosses in basically, and it's to Paxman, and it's a goal for Bath City here, making the lead 2-0 for Bath City versus Hartlepool, and hopefully that should not secure the win. I guess it's what I was going to say, but securing here in the end of the first half is a little bit too early to say, but make our lead very much more comfortable at least. So that's the end of the first half. So the scoreline 2-0 for Bassett versus Hartlepool. Shots 10-5, shots on target 5-3, and possession 56-44%. And so far, definitely the game has going our way. The stats are showing that we are dominating the game, and everything is really looking very good at the moment. And looking at our ratings on our players, they are all doing good as well. One thing I did note in the league table is that Brackley were having a really good game, which is a little bit unfortunate since they are the closest one in the relegation zone. And they were winning, but they aren't anymore. So hopefully they can. And now they are actually losing, so that's even better. And we are past the 60-minute mark here, so let's do some substitution to put some fresh feet in. So we'll do Patton here, I think. Or will we do that? No, not really, since Hayden and Tavares is actually having a very good game. So we'll actually put Oliver in instead of Brunt, and we'll play Alloy as a deep laying forward and switch Oliver to a poacher. And we'll play Rig in what position? We'll see here. So we'll actually play Rig instead of Stewart. And he will play center midfielder. A highlight here in the 75th minute. A free kick from Hartlepool, but pretty clear outside the post there. And another free kick from Hartlepool here, and this time a header, not so very clear outside the post, but still outside of the post, or wide as you could say, also a little bit easier than outside the post. It's definitely shorter at least. So only 5 minutes to go here of this match, so definitely looking like a secure and safe victory here. 15 seconds to go here, so final whistle here any second. So a very, very good and important win here for Bath City. It looking like, yeah, that's the full time. So the full time scoreline 2-0 for Bath City versus Hartlepool. 15-11 in shots on target 8-3, and possession of 54-46%. So very, very happy with the lads' performance here today. Good good result, good number of shots and shots on target and possession, and pretty good conversion of shots to shots on target. And looking at the stats of the players, all players doing very well. Only Merch having a little bit of a bad game, but other than that, all very well. And importantly, most of our defensive line having a very great game, which is what they really need at the moment. So that moves us up to 19th place in the league, and 4 points clear of the relegation zone at the moment, and with 1 match less played even. So after that win, it actually feels quite a lot more secure that we will manage to not go or well, not get relegated, which is very important for us here. So next game is away as well, and that is against Ebbsfleet United, so that will probably be at least as a tough game as that was, probably tougher, but we'll do our best once again and try to get a good result once again here, definitely. And I definitely don't really want to change in my players here if I don't have to. Since they did so well in the last match, but we'll see if all players is good enough in their condition to let them play or not. We'll see that once we get to the actual match day or to the team selection. So let's check our mail here. Some pre-match tactical advice. So we'll remove this team instruction as suggested. We have the same odds here, so very much underdogs according to the bookmakers here. So hopefully we can make an upset once again. And we got some scouting meeting here. And we'll see here, no player that really are interesting for us. And no, we don't want to do, we want to check that we have a fit enough team first, and that we do. So we'll go to the match here. Yes, we want to continue. We want to play this straight off and hope for a good result here as well, and do our usual commenting on the match. So we'll comment here as usual also that this don't lead to anything most of the time at least, but that looked a little bit dangerous, but it wasn't the case in this match either. So our first highlight here in the 5th minute, throwing in all the way back in our defensive line by Merch, and the ball up to Brunt now at the moment in the midfield, passes to Gray here on the left hand side in very much in the middle of the pitch, and that is unfortunately dispossessed or intercepted in that pass, and it's all the way back to Merch, and he throw a long ball up, and that is only to Ebbsfleet and actually all the way back to their keeper. And it's here Ebbsfleet coming fast forward and are in the penalty box, and it's a goal for Ebbsfleet United there, making it the scoreline 0-1 for Bassett versus Ebbsfleet. So unfortunately, bad start there with early goal for Ebbsfleet here. Can't say too much about that other than bad marking there from the defender, really, I guess. Number 19, I don't know exactly to which player has 19, but I guess that might be seen here on the ratings, but not really so. I don't think any player got, according to the game at least, to blame for that goal. So next highlight here in the 28th minute. All the way back to our keeper, passes up to our defenders, and the ball currently with our left back, passes up to our midfielder, Paxman, and to Adloyd versus the keeper, but he shoots well wide there, unfortunately. And we'll keep shouting, show some passion here. I think that's the best option. And Stewart with the corner here for Bad City, and it's only cleared out here, and actually out to Ebbsfleet here, so might be a counter-attack here on the way, but we managed to dispossess them here before anything dangerous happening there. And Gray with the ball passes up to Brunt here, to Paxman in the midfield, and it's dispossessed here of Gray from Ebbsfleet dispossessing from Gray, and the ball going back and forth here a little bit of pinball, but Ebbsfleet with the ball here, and I think they are going to break through here, unfortunately. And the ball, yeah, it's not really the case of a breakthrough, but it's a penalty here for Ebbsfleet United, with 2 players attacking or doing sliding tackles of their player in the penalty box, really. And it's a goal here for Ebbsfleet United, and making the scoreline 0-2 for Bad City versus Ebbsfleet. And yeah, I don't think we were unlucky, but I don't know what our defenders were doing there, defending like that in the penalty box. Seemed very, very poor, like a very, very poor decision. But yeah, so the scoreline after one half, 0-2 for Bad City versus Ebbsfleet. Shots 3-3, shots on target 1-2, possession 59-41%. So looking at the stats, we are doing definitely all right here, but not in terms of the goal line here. Very, very bad actually. So hopefully we can come back here in the second half. We have several players here doing very, very, very bad here, so we'll go with assertive, and that we are not happy with the performance so far from a couple of players here. Well, basically all players at 6.3 or lower here. So we'll maybe do some early substitutions here, and we'll switch to positive in mentality instead of very defensive. And I highlight here, corner from Ebbsfleet, and it's a goal for Ebbsfleet again, and a hat-trick from Bakayoko. And I guess that seals the deal, more or less. I don't think we'll be able to make 3 more goals here. Or 3 goals. We haven't done a goal, so we shouldn't say 3 more goals. So we'll definitely make some substitution here straight away. So we'll have Merch out here. Maybe we should have switch him already before this game started, and we'll switch Adloyd out as well, who are having also a very, very bad game here. So keep shouting shots on passion, but we get the highlight here in the 60-minute mark, and Bakayoko very nearly there made a 4th goal, and yeah, not too happy about that. And another highlight here in the 68th minute, another penalty against us. That seemed a little bit harsh maybe, but we'll see here. If it's 4-0, yes, that's the case here. So a 4th goal for Ebbsfleet, so making the scoreline 4-0 for, or 0-4 for Bassett versus Ebbsfleet, and another goal from Bakayoko, who's managed to do 4 goals in this match. Quite unbelievable, actually, in a way. So after a super performance, we do a super bad performance. It's really no consistency. And another goal for Ebbsfleet United there. I believe it was an own goal. Yeah, that was the case. On a corner here. So let's see what actually happened. Yeah, so we are pinballing basically, and our defender shooting the ball on our goalkeeper. Very, very bad game here. So only waiting for the final whistle here, and losing by this much is not really that great here if we are going into the relegation zone or battle, so to say, that goal difference can be very important in the end of the season. Hopefully that doesn't matter at all if we manage to string together a couple of better results than here. Anyway, so the final scoreline 0-5 for Bassett versus Ebbsfleet. Shots 9-8, shots on target 4-6, and possession 59-41%. So looking at stats, it should have been a pretty equal game, but yeah, the result doesn't really say so. And if we're looking at the players, we have basically our whole damn team having a terrible game here, except Paxman, I guess, did have a decent game, but other than that, yeah, this was just awful. So yeah, hopefully they are fit enough to play against Wellstone, or we'll just have to switch out a lot of players for that, I guess. Yeah, humiliation for us, definitely. We'll take a look here at the competition. I did kind of skip over it. So we're still in 20th place here, 4 points clear of the relegation zone. But we do have here, speaking about the goal difference, Hartlepool, who are closest, are at -20. We are at -20 or at -19. So that were definitely not good. We were at -14, so a lot better than Hartlepool before that match, but at the moment not really that great. And well, let's check this training rating for last week a little bit quick here. So it's 7.14 and not really that great at all. But let's see here if we have any players that are improving here at new month. So not really looking like it, but we'll criticize Oliver here, who's doing quite badly, and he improved there, so that's nice. And everything anyway, that will be everything for this episode, so remember to smash that like button if you have enjoyed the content here, and also if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button so you're sure to not miss out on any of the new content that we bring to you daily here at Rawslowgaming. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.